was talking about last week, the importance of you being able to back up that big win and go and get an important result on the road, and you've done that. So has that supercharged the confidence in this group heading into the playoffs, that result?
Yeah, I think so. It was always going to be a difficult game, and we had a really strong first half. We struggled a little bit in the second half, but we've had a good discussion about that this week, and just rectifying obviously just little issues within the makeup of or the setup of the team. But we didn't more than enough, I thought, in that first half, probably to get a third goal and probably put that game to bed. But it was important for us to back up after a big win against Perth the week before that, going away where the game was really on the line. And we've been playing, I think we said that a couple of weeks ago, we're playing a grand final more or less every week. And that comes with certain pressures, but the boys have really made that a bit of a challenge for themselves, and you know, we came out of it shining the other end last weekend.
And you now enter this week with destiny in your hands. You might have already locked in finals by the time you take the field if Western Sydney don't beat Victory. But I guess in a sense, has that how positive has that been this week that you will enter this weekend? You know, you're not needing anyone else to do you a favour anymore. If you take care of business, you're in no matter what.
Well, the message is not even to think about what's going to happen on Saturday night. The message is about thinking about how we're going to win this game, regardless. We would better than having the right mindset throughout the whole week, knowing you have to win. Yes, of course, they're playing before us on the Saturday night, and we'll know before we get to the game. But the mindset is about coming into this weekend and with a positive mindset about winning the game, because you don't want to put the handbrake on, and we can't. We're not in a position to do that. We have to go full steam ahead, how we have over the last couple of months, and you know, if we're deserving of a finals berth, then we need to win this weekend and rather go into finals on a winning note rather than an insipid performance. And that's definitely not going to be the case.
So it sounds like regardless of what happens on Saturday night, you're going to field the same full strength 11 regardless, because even if you've already qualified, you'll prioritise momentum over anything else.
We're going to play the strongest team that is available to play on the weekend, Joey, like we have throughout the course of the season, and nothing's going to change. We need to continue to build momentum. You know, we've got a fair bit of confidence within the group. They're in a really good headspace, and our work has been very, very good again this week at training. So the expectations is to win and keep winning.
Looking at the health and fitness of the squad, I saw Scott Galloway has been announced in the squad for this week. He's a defender. Can he actually, you don't like to sub defenders off. Can he actually start if called upon?
He's just got back in the last week and this week, and he had a day where he was crook this week, so he missed a training session. He's in the big number in terms of the squad, but we haven't finalised the squad yet. We still got today's training and tomorrow's training to complete, and then we'll make a final decision on who's going to be in the final 18.
In terms of some of the other boys that have just been coming back to full fitness and working their way back in, what's the status on them?
Well, we got a bonus with Patrick Beach and Callum Talbot coming back from the Olyroos. So they're back amongst the group as well. Tilio's had another little bit of a setback, so we're just waiting for more confirmation about what's going on with him, so he won't be available. And the others who are a little bit longer term, Benny Mazzeo, Andy Naboo, basically can't think if I'm missing anyone else. So normally everyone else is fit. They've recovered really well from last weekend's game and travel. So full strength can be.
So with Callum coming back, does that mean the Steven Ugarkovic experience at right back is over? Because he's been doing a decent job there.
He's done exceptionally well. You know, I think against Perth, he really wasn't under pressure because we had the game sort of in our own hands and dictating the game. But he gave us so much also going forward, and then the pressures were different, obviously, in a game like last weekend against the Wanderers, where we were more under pressure. But he really handled that really well. He's really well composed. He likes getting forward, obviously, and probably midfielders are probably better sometimes suited to those positions, or they can slot into those fullbacks positions a little bit easier. So yeah, I haven't decided what's going to happen, and to be honest, Callum came back. He wasn't involved in that last game with the Olyroos. He's had some back spasms leading up to that game. So he's only just going to join the group tonight, actually today. So he had a modified session the other day. So we'll see how he is over the next couple of days.
And Aurelio, I wanted to ask you about Leo Natal. He's got 3 goals in his last couple of games. I mean, and he's looked more confident, I guess. He's looked a bit more driven and incisive these past couple of weeks. Do you think he's really coming into form at the right time for you?
Maybe that's because of the birth of his baby a couple of weeks ago. Coincided with that. Look, I think everyone knows the history of when Leo came here at the beginning of the season, hadn't played for a long time, had a very, very severe ankle injury, and it took him a little while to get fit. And we can see his qualities, but once you're out for such a long time, it just takes a hell of a lot of time to find some really good rhythm and some really good conditioning. And I think he's got that now. I think he was pretty flat in that game against Melbourne Victory, where he could be a little bit more aggressive, and we had a chat about that. And then the following week, his strength is taking people on. We're trying to isolate him in a one-on-one, and in a one-on-one, he can beat anyone on any given day. And now we've actually seen him also getting himself into much better goal-scoring opportunities or goal-scoring positions as well. And he's got a hell of a shot as well. So hopefully he can continue to grow and continue to give us those moments, because he's certainly has got that in his locker.